Good morning and happy Tuesday. It is a thankful Tuesday day, so get in here and share your gratitude and help me share this out. And it's a sneezy day. So, what you grateful for? Good morning, Deirdre. I'm so grateful for you. Come on in. Just getting shared out to some peeps, and then we're going to go into our hearts. Turn my noisemaker off. Thank you, Annie7. Good morning. What a beautiful day. I learned my lesson, though. I moved out of the line of the sun that's going to be coming through the window in just a minute. So I'm on another side of the room. You ought to just see in the whole house here eventually, I guess, where I'm staying, as I have to hide from sunshine coming through the window and just moving to different parts of the house. Thank you, Annie, for sharing it. Okay, let's go into our hearts. Just take a breath. Pause everything and just go into your heart. Part of the heart-brain experience is to touch your heart center, because it brings your focus right there to who you truly are inside. Slow down the breathing. Add in the love. That's what it's all about. That's what's inside that grows the more we cultivate it. And the last part is to put that smile on your face. I'm going to grab the mic a little bit closer to me. Moved everything but the mic. Okay, hopefully that's better. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you for coming in. So it's Tuesday, and we know what that means. Thankful Tuesday, right? So smile and share your gratitude. And I'm going to share the angel message, which is all about our potential. It's called Spiritual Acorns. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. And that was Lao Tzu. Just as a seed carries the potential to become a mighty tree, each of us holds the seeds of greatness within. I've been walking a lot lately in parks and in the neighborhood where I'm staying. There are acorns everywhere on the ground. It amazes me that this tiny seed can produce such huge oak trees. It's the same within us as spirit beings living in a human body. We have seeds inside of us that have the potential to become something powerful and strong. Gratitude and compassion are two seeds which spirituality teaches us have transformative power. As we acknowledge the abundance in our lives and extend kindness to ourselves and others, we create a fertile ground for our potential to flourish. I'm going to stop and put the chat up for you all to see. Good morning, Sally and Tony. Dear angels, gratitude opens our hearts to the present moment, fostering an attitude of abundance that attracts positive energy. Compassion, both for ourselves and those around us, creates a ripple effect of positivity that elevates the collective consciousness. Dear ones, the realization of your potential is a spiritual odyssey, an inner quest to uncover the latent power that dwells within. By connecting with your inner self, trusting the universal flow, transcending limiting beliefs, and cultivating gratitude and compassion, you unlock the door to a reality where your potential knows no limits. Embrace the journey within, for it is on this sacred path that you discover the profound truth. The key to unlocking your potential lies within the depths of your own soul. Cultivate those seeds and observe how magnificent you truly can become as a being of love and light. Dear angels, today I promise to be more compassionate and grateful as I become more consciously aware of others in my life. It's always amazed me how seeds work. And, you can plant the tiniest seed in the soil and watch it grow to something so big and so beautiful. And when I think about the acorns growing those mighty oak trees, I'm mind blown. I'm like, how is it possible that something so huge and strong and unmoving as an oak tree had such a tiny beginning? But when we think about gratitude, we think about compassion inside of us. And if we cultivate those and water them and love on them, we grow into something just as strong, just as mighty as an oak tree. And I love that. And when you think about, the human body and how it grows from such a tiny seed, the sperm, it's amazing when we think about us and our beginnings. So it's a matter of realizing that we all have potential. That's what the angels are showing us today. We all have potential. And what are we going to do with that potential? How are we going to allow it to grow? We can stunt our own growth. We can shut out gratitude out of our life. We can stop being compassionate to others and stop being kind. And Kuan Yin just threw a card out of the deck, so let's see what she has to say about this morning. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Andrea is grateful for family, love, and peace. Beautiful. And Deirdre is grateful for the beautiful blue sunny sky. Yes, indeed. And good morning, Julie Kiss. Auntie Jean came in. Awesome. Hello, hello. The family is gathering. If you want somebody in here, then say their name. Auntie Jean, no seed is too small. The redwoods and sequoias have a seed the size of a period at the end of this sentence. Isn't it amazing? Doesn't it amaze anybody else but me? I'm just mind blown sometimes when I look at how little it takes to grow something so magnificent. And that's us. That's the metaphor for us in this human body. It doesn't take something huge inside of us to grow us to our biggest potential. Just a little bit. Jesus said if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, that you can move mountains. You can do miraculous things. That's all it takes. Just that little bitty spark inside of us. So it's up to us to find that spark. Kuan Yin says, blessings bestowed. There is no end to the Divine Mother's ingenuity and grace. No obstacle can obstruct her generosity and protection. So get used to the feeling of the joy of knowing something truly precious is going to unfold in your life. Nurture that feeling like you would the readiness for spring in your heart when winter is upon you. You know it is coming, and you anticipate it with such pleasure. Yeah, that's the other thing, is anticipating that that seed will grow and expand, right? When farmers plant seeds in their gardens, they don't worry if it's going to grow. They anticipate. They know that not all of it will grow to its potential, but they sow those seeds And then they have faith that it's going to turn into corn or wheat or tomatoes or whatever it is they planted in their garden. They just allow it. And that's how it is with us, isn't it? We find the seeds in us. We find that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of love and compassion, and then we allow it to grow from there. Good morning, sweet Brookie. And Deirdre says, I'm totally amazed at so many of what makes life happen, from the smallest to the tallest things. Yeah, I know. It doesn't take much. That's what I'm saying. You know, when you plant a seedling, it's not big. You can start a lot of trees by planting a sapling and then let them grow from there. You don't have to plant a whole big oak tree in the ground and it's going to grow. You just plant acorns or seeds or little trees. I love the little saplings. Good morning, Prachetta. And good morning, Blue. And Kathy, I'm grateful for Bob turning heat on in our great room and thankful it will be warming up this week into the upper 70s. Yeah, it's a bit nippy this morning. It's 40 degrees outside. I took a little bit out and I said, okay, you're going to pee really fast. Because we're going to do your business and come back in. And she did. She did. She was a joy this morning. And just so precious. And I know she misses her people. So you all keep her in your prayers because they won't be back for another week. So it's hard on animals when their people go away and they are stuck with somebody like me. But we're having fun. 38 degrees. Yep, it was 37 yesterday when I got up. So 40, little bit better this morning, but not much. All right, so what am I grateful for? Let me think. Do I have anything to be grateful for? Well, I'm looking outside the window and I'm seeing the sun come up and start to shine over the top of the trees. You can see the beauty of these mountains, the leaves that are changing color, everything seeming like it's just been painted because it's so beautiful when I look at it. And I look at the mountain and there's different colors, yellows and reds, purples. Yeah, I'm grateful for what I can see with my physical eyes. But I think I'm more grateful for what I feel inside, for being with all of you, and for just having this time together every morning. That's my gratitude that I get every day, that I am so grateful to be here in your presence and see all of your beautiful names and know so many of you. I know what your face looks like. I know what your voice sounds like. I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful for a God that loves me. I am grateful for being guided by the angels my whole life. Yeah, I could go on all day about gratitude, but I want to hear yours. What are you grateful for? Catherine DeSanti, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for coming in. Prachetta says, today in India we are celebrating a festival which symbolizes victory of good over evil. It's called Vijayadashmi. Awesome. Y'all have so many festivals. You celebrate everything, don't you? And I love that. I love that. I want to come to India in a year. So I want to be there for the Parliament on Spirituality next December, Prachetta. So I'm going to see if the angels are going to make that happen. You know, I can't do it on my own. They have to guide every part of this journey. And so that's something that I put out there, and others have asked for me to come to India. And I know Prachetta and Prachir, you guys have wanted me here for 3 years now in India. Yes, yes, yes. You have to go with me, Prachetta. I need my tour guide. And Sally says, we were a bit of a warm-up this week, 70s today, feeling lucky and blessed. And Auntie Jean wins the prize, 79 degrees at 6 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Blue says, our pride and joy is our black walnut tree. A friend gave it to us when we first built the house. Today it's a lovely shade tree. Black walnuts were killed here in Vermont by a blight decades ago. It's a miracle tree. The fae swirling in delight, so grateful for this life of mine. Ah, yes, indeed. That's a beautiful tree you have. I took Magi for a walk in the park last week, and there were black walnuts everywhere, and the tree was just loaded down with black walnuts. When I was a kid, it took me right back to being a kid, because when I was a kid, we had a black walnut tree, and I remember picking those up and cultivating them and opening up the shell, and then there's the walnut inside, and then having to use a hammer to crack them open. They're one of my favorite nuts, I think, because I grew up with them. And there was also a cashew tree, and there were cashews everywhere. So I gathered some of those. We'll see if Teri gets to eat some. Well, the walnuts need to dry out, so they probably won't be ready before I leave here. But the chestnuts, I love chestnuts. Suzanne has been having off and on tooth pain. Please pray for some relief. We certainly will, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that. You were such a great friend. And Julie Kiss, grateful for my new physical therapy lady, Meg. She is so kind and caring. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Leo, good morning. And South Florida Peas. I spoke with Joanne yesterday, and oh, Leo, you're not going to be there because I'm house sitting for you. That we're going to have another angel circle at the end of November when I come into Florida. Annie, me and Grayson are looking at a praying mantis. I'm going to send a picture of him in Messenger. Yay! Prachetta, where God Ram won the honor of his wife Sita by defeating Ravana in a war, and we celebrate Diwali over 20 days. I know, I love that celebration. Y'all have so much fun at that one, and I want to be there. I want to celebrate. Blue says, Leo, I woke up with you singing Cuppa Joy. Thank you. What a great alarm clock. It is, isn't it? It's a wonderful upbeat song. Michelle. Good morning, sweet Michelle Landers. I'm so glad you're here. And Prachetta, I'm grateful for my dearest, beautiful Fairy Teri Ma'am and my Angelic River family. Indeed, we are a mighty family. And we grew from a little seed. You know, we're talking about how things grow from something so tiny. It was just a thought, just a seed that said, turn on Facebook Live and see if there's anybody out there that might need to connect. And that's how this family started. That was our beginning, when I sat outside by the river and just needed to know that there were other people out in the world that were feeling the same way I was, lonely and isolated during that pandemic. That's where we began, and we've grown strong ever since. And Auntie Jean says, Blue, I'm grateful for your fairy tree. I hadn't seen one since I was a child. Give it a hug for me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Isabel, good morning to you. And Deirdre, thank you for sharing our 10 million for World Peace link. And you can go right there and sign up and join us and have some gratitude and love every day at 1:11 p.m. And he says, Grayson is thankful he will be having blueberry muffins tomorrow. I'm thankful I'm alive and awake. Oh, well, Grayson, I love blueberry muffins also. I love anything blueberry. Blueberry pancake sounds kind of good, doesn't it? And Blue says, the Fae are swirling with joy of your love. They play on their swing. Thank you, Deirdre, for calling our Ricky in. Good morning, Ricky Rick. Sally says, we have 2 black walnut trees on our property. They scare the daylights out of me when they drop onto the metal roof of our neighbors. Sounds like a shotgun going off. I jump every time. Yeah, they're heavy. They are heavy. And what's also not fun is stepping on them when you're walking through the grass. We were walking at the park where we did the land blessing last week, and they were everywhere in the grass, and if you weren't careful, you were finding yourself almost stumbling as you stepped on them. Prachetta says, ma'am, kindly keep me in your prayers. Have not been well since I came to Srinagar. Well, we certainly will, Prachetta. And let's turn that around. When you're speaking of it, I am healthy, I am whole, I am in perfect health, everything is working perfectly. So start saying the words that you want your body to realize and bring that health up. Auntie Jean, please pick up the walnuts for me to make a walnut cake. It cost me over $20 just for the black walnuts. Wow. Yeah, I have a bag of them. I've got to take them out of the bag and open the shell and let them dry out. So you're supposed to let them dry like inside in the garage or somewhere open. And so I'm going to be doing that and leave them here for Bob and Noel. Leo, you're so cute. Blue, when you hear that, you know it's time for a cuppa full of love. Well, that's what we are. We're a cuppa full of love. Kathy Hand, I read somewhere that black walnut shells are so hard to crack that people collect them in pillow sacks and run over them with their trucks. Oh my gosh. We always just used hammers to open them when I was a kid, and it worked. So, yeah. I don't think I want to run over them because then it's going to squish the nut. Blue is headed to the barn for a ride this morning. For some reason, the Fae asked me strongly to take anxiety medicine. I did after the 3rd time. Don't know what there is to be anxious about around that sweet dolly. But I guess it's not the horse. There's something else going on. And Sally says, no, they roll my ankles and they shoot out from under the lawnmower. I'm waiting to take one to the shins. No, 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 don't manifest that. Prachetta, we certainly will, honey. You're in our prayers every day, but we will lift you up even higher today. Sally says, do you have to take the stinky green outer layer before drying? Yes. Yeah, you open up that outer green shell and discard that, and then that black nut that's inside is what you let dry. It says for 3 weeks. I don't know if you have to let it dry that long, but you let the outer shell dry, and then you have your beautiful walnut that you can crack open. Prachetta says, also is very, very strong day. Ma'am, can I request for some healing? Absolutely. Yeah, let's do some healing when we go into our prayers, which I've got to get cracking to get there. Isabel, I'm grateful for every moment I am alive. Good morning, Joanne. Just talking about you a minute ago that we're going to have another angel circle, and we need to keep our Joanne and all of her family in our prayers. And prayers for your mom, Joanne, that she's settling into that facility that she's at. And Kathy says, well, I guess if you need crushed walnuts for baking, yeah. Blue says we get nuts every other year. The outside is black. Oh, well, the outside of, yeah, the outer shell is green as they're growing on the tree. And then you have to cut that open, and then it's all black inside. Blue was feeling my anxiety last night on the computer. Thanks, Blue, for medicating me. I needed it. Yeah, I don't know what happened last night. I was recording with Carol Ann Cross and Ruth Anderson. We recorded a beautiful segment that's going to be played on the 30th. And it was about angels and dragons. And the elemental, Blue, you're going to love it. We're talking about the dragons and how powerful they are. Oh, they're black on the tree? I've never seen that. I've always seen them green. Interesting. So the 30th of this month, Enlightened World Network will hold a day of focusing on peace, world peace. And we're going to have different people presenting different things, different aspects. And what we focused on in our part that we recorded are angels and the elementals. And then Ruth and I will be live that whole day with you all. The 111 meditation will be part of that day. And all kinds of goodies that Ruth has planned for us. So I hope you can tune in to some of that. All right, I did Kuan Yin. What am I doing? Don't need another Kuan Yin. We need a message from the tiny book before we go into a healing prayer. And Catherine, prayers for a good visit to orthopedics and an easy solution to pain management for my right leg, hip, and back. Absolutely, Catherine. Page 17, Prachetta says. Figure out where you want to go, and the rest will flow that direction. You can choose to keep going in reverse, or you can navigate your way to your next adventure. It's up to you. It really is. And I say that a lot as I'm driving. I rarely look in that rearview mirror anymore. I don't really want to focus on the past. I want to see where I am and what's ahead of me, what's coming down that path. You know, I played the transformation game. Some of you may be familiar with that. I played it yesterday with Ruth and Michelle and our beautiful friend Deb Goldberg. And my intention in playing it was to have some clarity for next year, for 2024. And wow, they just kept giving me hits. And it's all about just opening up and awakening and seeing what is possible. I think that's why they did the message they did last night from the angels. It's all about our potential. It's all about growing from one little tiny seed and growing strong. All right, we have two people asking for page 24. So let's see what's going on page 24. A gift can come in many forms. It can be as simple as a hug, a kind word, a cup of coffee, or a precious item. When you are open to receive the gift, your heart assigns it a value. I think we just read this one a couple of days ago. It may have even been yesterday because it sounds so familiar. But yeah, we put the value on what the gift is. You know, somebody can give you a block of coal and you put a value on that. It can be just a rock from the ground, or it can be something precious. Maybe you need heat and that block of coal can provide it. So don't discount anything that's given to you. I'm going to read a second one because there were two of you that asked for messages from here. There is more than one path to arrive at your destination. When you open up to possibilities, the right path will unfold for you to experience more beauty, more miracles, more awe in your life. I think that was the one we needed to hear, wasn't it? Open up to possibilities. You know, that potential that that tiny seed has. When you look at that acorn on the ground, and my first thought goes to the oak tree when I see an acorn. I'm like, yeah, it seems nearly impossible that that mighty oak had its beginnings in something so tiny. But it did. And we have lots of oak trees in our world, so obviously they knew what to do when that acorn took root. Good morning, Lillian. You came in just in time to share any prayers that you want us to be aware of. And here's our Deirdre with our daily prayer. I know you're still here. So Deirdre types out our beautiful daily prayer every morning for all of us and for Gaia. There it is. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, and attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child. Yeah. What a beautiful mission. Oh, we just did page 24, Lillian. You're all on the same page today. Yeah, I just read 2 messages from page 24. I'm open to infinite possibilities. Exactly. You know, we can use anything. Anything in life can be a tool. Anything that we are freely given, don't discount it because you didn't pay money for it or you didn't do something to receive it. That's when it's a real blessing, when it just shows up in your life or somebody gives it to you. You assign the value. That was the message. It's up to you. What does that mean? What meaning does it hold? You know, a diamond wouldn't be as valuable as it is today, and it really is a lot of money in today's market, but it wouldn't be that valuable if somebody somewhere had not said, you know, this is valuable. This is a valuable gem, and then it grew from there. So what are you assigning value to in your life? I think that's our big message. What is it that we say, oh my gosh, this has such value, it's priceless, and then just watch what happens with it. Maybe it will just become something so precious like the diamond to you. It may not even be precious to anybody else, and that doesn't matter. It's how precious is it to you. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Thank you for being here. And Lillian says, prayers for myself, for all of my family and people in the world that suffer, for all children and animals and living beings around the world. Peace on earth for you, my son, to stay healthy and safe. Thank you, thank you. Yes, peace is my ultimate value, Deirdre says. It is. You know, peace to me is, well, first of all, it's my life mission. I am on this mission of peace and loving every moment of the journey. And what I have experienced along the way over these last 3 years, it is priceless. You cannot put a price tag on the hearts that I've been touched by, on the love that's been poured into every part of the journey, from doing land blessings, water blessings, to just sitting in somebody's home and having birthday dinners and Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas time. You can't put a value, a money value on that, because there isn't one. It's priceless. So what do you hold priceless in your own life? What is it that when you think of it or you look at it, it just puts that feeling in your mind of and in your heart of awe? We all have something. right? We all have something that's our ultimate go-to when we think of the biggest blessings of life and the biggest joys. So let's hold on to that thought as we go into our meditative prayer. And if you have any other prayer requests, just type them in. And I want to thank you for lifting up my friend Ruth as she did the celebration of life for our dear friend Jeannie Reardon. And I wasn't able to be there. I really wanted to, but I had other commitments when they scheduled the ceremony. But in my own way, I celebrated Jeannie's life. And thank you all for lifting Ruth up as she led that yesterday. I'm sorry, 2 days ago. All right, so let's breathe in. Breathe into your heart space and exhale. Breathe in again, and this time fill your lungs completely. Take a deep breath, not a shallow one. Fill up your lungs, feeling your belly pooch out a little bit from all that air flowing into your lungs and going all the way down to your diaphragm. And hold it. Just hold that energy inside of you. And let's set an intention. With each breath in, including the one you're holding, think peace. Peace in my heart, peace in my home, and then exhale, peace in our world. With every breath you take today, just have that visual of having peace inside of you, calming the anxieties, calming any fears, any worries, anything that's going on externally. Just have peace in your heart. And then looking around at your environment, wherever you are, peace in your home. And then the last part, when we exhale each breath today, think the thought of world peace, sending out your energy of inner peace and inner love, compassion. Send that out to the world with the intention that peace is here. It comes from the heart of each of us. And we send those intentions out into the world to touch the lives of others, to touch our world leaders, to help them understand that the strife, the conflicts, the battles, the wars, that's all so archaic. That's the old paradigm. Competition, comparison, greed, jealousy. That's all the old. And why would we want to bring that old energy into a new world, into an ascended world where we're more aware of each other, we're more aware of what is priceless. And we want to hold only that energy going forward. So stop dragging any conflict that you have, anything that's hurting you in any way, bringing your energy down, making your thoughts go into hatred or distaste or disgust. Anything that you look at and judge as not worthy, just let that go. Let go of the judgment, let go of the criticism, let go of the angers and the fears, and move forward into this new energy, the energy of love, the energy of compassion. We've been planting those seeds for a long time here on earth. We've been talking about peace. We've been talking about cohesion, working together, collaboration. Those seeds have been planted by many throughout the world. And the seed of love is the one that grows the fastest. It's the one that can make miracles happen. So look at the miracles in your life that have grown. And move forward. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Stop dragging that bag of stuff around with you. You can choose at any given moment to release all of that. Releasing fear, releasing pain, releasing limits, anything that holds you back. And move forward strongly, growing like that mighty oak tree, growing in your energy. Let's turn our thoughts to those who have asked for us to lift them up. We lift up our sister Prachetta, so beautiful and such loving and giving energy. And we ask for healing for the best and highest good. All those that are on the prayer list, same thing. May they be seen, acknowledged, and loved, such that whatever is going on is answered, that prayer is answered for the best and highest good of all. And they can grow to their highest potential. Sometimes that highest potential is to go ahead and leave the human body. And humans, as humans, we can't understand that sometimes. But sometimes we get more help from someone, a loved one, in the spirit realm than we did while they were in their body, because the body can be limiting. So never fret when there is a passing of a soul, because that is not an end. That's simply a beginning. And that's where spirit can really work and really help us out. And we need that help here on planet Earth. We all need the uplifting. We need to grow together this peace in our world. And let's look at our planet. Just envision that you're up above the planet, looking down at it, and you see all of the swirling. You can see the water waves. You can see the 8 million people walking here on Earth. I'm sorry, that would be 8 billion. There's lots of people here. So as we look on this planet, don't look at the individuals. Look at what happens when we come together, when we clasp hands and we join our energy. Miracles happen. The growth happens. So as you're looking at our Earth planet, look at all of those people walking on Gaia's back and see them in their true, innocent form of love. And then you'll see our planet transform. You will see it grow from something so tiny to something so magnificent. As we share love with each other, as we shine our lights, this is where the ascension takes place. It's when we open up and we allow ourselves to be our highest potential. So take that to heart. Hold it with you all day long, that you are growing in your potential. You are growing into that mighty oak tree. And when others look at you, that's what they'll see. They'll see the strength. They'll see the beauty, instead of seeing angry face or confused face. Show your strength. You show it in your smile. You show it through your eyes. So today, You can choose to be the very best you, or you can go back into that rearview mirror and look at where you've been and stay back there. It is your choice. We all have free will to make those choices. So let's lift up all of our prayers, and then we leave them. We don't carry them in a bag with us. We just know that they're out there being seen, being answered. And then turn our attention to the things that are going on in the world, such as wars and conflicts, such as things that humans do to each other, like human trafficking. And we're asking for strength to deal with all of that and to see that pouring love into any action increases its potential to shift and change. And we're just going to hold out that promise. And we're going to hold on to hope. And we're going to hold on to each other. So today, thank you. I love you. And let's share that with each other. Let's share the potential with each other through love. Let me put the words up, and we'll put your words up as you share them with thank you, I love yous. And we'll have a little bit of Leo in our life. Blue, I love that this is your wake-up song. I played the raw version. Leo calls it the scrap version. I played that yesterday, and didn't that feel good? Just to hear something so beautifully being expressed. And I'm going to play that again, because I love it. But you have to do the woo at the end. We have to help Leo out.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready, because today's a perfect day to have a great day. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. We wake up every morning, might as well enjoy the day. It's full of being peace, so now mission for harmony. You and me and mama be on the lead, wherever she may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The hot telephone is always one phone call away. Calling all the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, they're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the pod. Daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Full of joy, got me a cup of full love.
Thank you, Charlie.
Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Followers refuse, filling up from the top. The coffee's always warm and the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of the game, let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always the space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the pot. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full
Yes,
of joy,
Michelle, I have.
the daily mantra is thank you, I
I'm
love
hoping
you,
to see it while I'm up here. Joy.
Morning Cuppa full of joy, hey, to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, all of the peace in the bar. The daily mantra is thank you. you, I love you, namaste, yo. Morning cuppa full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call it AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy, all of the bees in the ball. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo.
Okay, get ready. Y'all gotta help Leo out at the end. Woo! Thank you, Leo. Thank you for your love, and thank you for blessing us with that beautiful song. I love you all so much. Join us today at 1:11, but come in a little early so you can get settled and ready to meditate. And let's just have a beautiful time sharing out world peace and our intention to bring peace into the world. I love all the woos. We love our Leo. So stay in your heart. Oh, and there will be a pea pod today at 5 o'clock. I have a beautiful lady named Heather that's going to be with us and talking about her mission of Imagine Peace. I can't wait to share her with all of you. All right, so we're getting out of here. Have a blessed day, everyone. I love you so, so much. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone. Plant some seeds.